Howdy folks, Texas Grebner here with Texas Grebner Outdoors. New videos every Saturday, so if you don't want to miss out on your Texas Grebner Outdoors Saturday morning cartoon awesomeness, make sure to click subscribe and check my channel every Saturday for new videos. Now, while I am pretty much a dedicated traditional archer, I do shoot a compound, traditionally, fingers, no sights. So let's go check the group. Now keep in mind, I'm not setting any distance records here, but after all, hunting is an intimate, violent, visceral experience, and life is meant to be taken place up close and personal. If you gotta have sights and you can't hit them from where you stand, you need to be closer. By the way, we're also going to be talking about deer stands today and selecting the right deer stand. Because you can get smart out of books. You can get wise by living through being young and stupid. Pretty decent grouping, if I do say so myself. When I first started out deer hunting with a bow and arrow, I was using ladder stands. The trouble is, while ladder stands are very economical because you get a 15-foot ladder stand that you can pretty much put up on your own very easily, the fact is that a 15-foot ladder stand isn't very good for bow hunting out of because it's not high enough. Especially if you're new like I was and haven't figured out how to sit still, you are not going to see anything simply because you're literally sitting at the deer's peripheral vision line. Also, for traditional bow hunting, ladder stands are no good at all because the legs of the ladder are going to be in the way of your bottom limb when you're actually trying to take a shot at close range. So, ladder stands, while they are very economical and just fine for shotgun hunting out of, I am not a fan of ladder stands. While I'm at it, if you're hunting public ground, you're pretty much going to be relegated to using a tree stand that's a climber style. It's important that when you're using a climbing tree stand that you climb with your safety harness around the tree. Now, climbers tend to be pretty loud when you're walking into the woods with them, and unless you're going to be paying through the nose for a lone wolf style that's going to be a bare bones backpack type climber, you are going to be hating life when you're hiking in with a climber on your back. That is, unless on public land you're actually just going to log chain it to the bottom of your tree the night beforehand and then hike back in. Climbers are okay if you've only got the money to afford one deer stand. But you're also, for safety's sake, going to want to make sure that once you get to the top of the tree that you actually have a ratchet strap to secure your top platform that has your safety rail to the tree. That is incredibly important that you have this part here chained to the tree. You also want to make sure that you have a safety rope that tethers your stands together so that you are not 15, 20 feet up in a tree and your bottom platform, you accidentally kick it off and it falls clear to the bottom of the tree and you're stuck up there. And so, climbers are all right. You can shoot a traditional bow out of a climber, but you're going to have to make sure that your seat and your platform are pretty low. My favorite style, and the style of tree stand that I recommend if you can get away with it, is the platform style hang-on stand. They're a little bit difficult to put up because you're going to basically have to lumberjack around the tree, putting in tree spikes. As far as I know, public land, you are not allowed to use tree spikes, so you'd have to get some telescoping ladders. But also, the idea of putting a tree stand in permanently on public land, I don't know about the legality of that. and theft prevention would definitely be something that was on my mind. So as far as public land hunting, I would say take a stool in with you, find a deer trail, and sit right there on the ground. Sit down, shut up, and start to hunt. Now as far as these platform stands go, they're very affordable, but where you pay through the nose is getting enough of these tree spikes to get you 15 and up, okay? You want to be sitting about 25 to 30 feet up in the air. Not really any more than that, but you don't want to be down there at 15 feet where these ladder stands would be. You want to make sure that you get high enough with enough of these tree spikes to where you're above a deer's peripheral vision. But if you're going to be traditionally bow hunting, this pretty much is the only way to go as far as hunting out of a tree stand goes, because you have a very open platform with this style of stand, and it's pretty much put it on the tree and forget about it. Now you will want to change out your tree stand ratchets once a year for safety, or put a turnbuckle chain on this, but for the amount of money that you pay versus the amount of success and ease that you will have, buy once, try once, get some tree spikes and get some hang-on stands rather than these ladder stands. Now again, if you're hunting public land, you may be relegated to using a climber, and that's fine, but I personally have never been able to justify spending the amount of money that it would require of me to get one of those lone wolf backpack size climbing deer stands. This is just a guide gear stand right here, but I hope this video is helpful to you in selecting the type of deer stand that you're going to be hunting out of this season. As always, God bless all my sportsmen of America. Join the NRA to protect our rights. Please check out my friends over at SOETacticalgear.com. Thank you very much to those of you involved in law enforcement and those of you serving in the military. And thanks for watching Texas Grebner Outdoors.